We are going to study about the equivalent circuit of a transformer. Equivalent circuit of a transformer. This transformer, whenever we have to write, this transformer has to be represented in terms of electrical components, right? Every time we cannot represent this transformer like this in our circuit. We need to represent in terms of electrical components. So this is the, so whenever you go for the primary winding, there are resistance R1 and the reactance X1. And when you go for the secondary winding, we have resistance R2 and reactance X2. And when the voltage V1 and the voltage V1 in the primary winding and the voltage V2 in the secondary winding. Okay. This is the E1 is the voltage induced in the primary winding and E2 is the voltage induced in the secondary winding. This is my equivalent resistance and reactance of the transformer. Is it clear? Whenever you want to write any equivalent circuit of a transformer, it comes in the primary side. This winding, you have to represent this winding in terms of resistance and reactance. And this winding you need to represent in terms of resistance and reactance. When we have studied about a no load condition of a transformer, we said that if it is a transformer is not connected to load and it is an ideal, we say that the resistance is 0, means we are assuming that it is purely inductive, right? The same thing we are doing. So the transformer primary is having a resistance R1 and the reactance X1. Whenever we consider it as a lossless transformer, we assume that a resistance will be 0. Is it clear? And the primary winding of the transformer consists of resistance R1 and the reactance X1. And the secondary winding of the transformer consists of resistance R2 and the reactance X2. And this is the voltage which is given to the primary winding of the transformer, and this voltage is at the secondary side of the, at the load side of the transformer. Because of the flux generation, the voltage E1 is induced in the primary winding and the voltage E2 is induced in the secondary winding. Is it clear? Already from this we can write R1 is the primary winding resistance in ohms, R2 is the secondary winding resistance in ohms. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and we know that the transformer is having two types of losses. One is a core loss because of the core made up of iron, and another one is a copper loss. Copper loss is because of this windings. Yes, and the copper loss. What is copper loss? We can write copper loss is I square R losses, na? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So now the copper loss is present both in the primary side and secondary side. Okay. Now I am writing total copper loss. This is the total copper loss. Total copper loss is primary side copper loss plus secondary side copper loss. Primary side copper loss is I1 square R1 and secondary side copper loss is I2 square R2. This is your total loss, copper loss. What is the total copper loss in the primary winding of the transformer? I square into R. Since the current I1 is flowing, I will take it as I1 square, and the resistance here connected to the primary winding is R1. I will take it as R1. Okay, secondary side copper loss is I square into R. Since the secondary current I2 is flowing in the secondary winding of the transformer, I will take it as I2 square, and the resistance R2 is connected to the secondary winding of the transformer. I will take it as R2. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I am taking the term I1 square common outside. So what will happen? R1 plus I2 by I1 into R2. Okay, so same term I am rearranging. Okay. Yeah. So what is I2 by I1? What is I2 by I1? We have studied voltage
Transformation ratio.
transformation ratio, that is V2 by I1 is equal to V2 by E1 is equal to N2 by N1 is equal to I1 by I2 is equal to K. So now here I2 by I1, can I write this as a K square? K square.
Yes, ma'am.
I1 square is equal to R1 plus R2 by K square. Okay. Now we have a primary parameters. A primary side parameters are R1 and X1, and the secondary side parameters are R2 and X2. We can transfer all these primary parameters to the secondary side. or we can transfer this secondary parameters to the primary side. Is it clear? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when the primary winding parameters R1 and X1 transferred to the secondary side, we call it as R1 dash and X1 dash. Okay, just to identify. Suppose if I want to transfer the secondary parameters R2 and X2 to the primary side, I will call it as R2 dash and X2 dash. Is it
Yes, ma'am.
So what I am talking, what are primary winding parameters? What are the primary winding parameters?
R1, X1.
X1. What are secondary winding parameters?
R2 and X2.
Okay, suppose I want to transfer R1 and X1 primary parameters to the secondary side. What are this R1 and X1 becomes?
R1 dash.
X1 dash and X1 dash. Suppose if I want to transfer secondary parameters R2 and X2 to the primary side, what are this becomes?
R2 dash and X2 dash.
Dash and X2 dash. Okay. Similarly, now the total copper, now that is the resistance of the two windings can be transferred to any one side, either primary or secondary, without affecting the performance of the transformer. You can transfer this parameters to this side, or you can transfer this parameters to this side without affecting the performance of the transformer. You can transfer primary parameters to the secondary, or you can transfer secondary parameters to the primary without affecting the transformer performance. Is it clear? Is it clear? So now I am writing what is R2 by K square. Now here R2 by K square. R2 by K square, I will take it as R2 dash. Okay. This is
Yes,
I1
ma'am.
square R1 plus R2 by K square. I will take it as R2 dash. And you need to remember that when the secondary parameters are transferred to the primary, always you write divided by K square. This is the equivalent value of the secondary resistance when transferred to the primary. Suppose if you want to, already we discussed that you can transfer this primary parameters to the secondary and secondary parameters to the primary. Suppose you want to transfer this secondary parameters R2 and X2 to the primary, you have to write R2 dash is equal to R2 by K square and X2 dash is equal to X2 by K square. That is what you need to remember. So whenever you want to transfer secondary parameters to the primary, you have to divide by K square. Is it clear? Suppose now I want to transfer R2 and X2 to the primary, it will become R2 dash and X2 dash. R2 dash and X2 dash. R2 dash is equal to R2 by K square. X2 dash is equal to X2 by K square.
K square.
Is it clear? Now, here now I want to transfer this primary parameters R1 and X1 to the secondary. So when I transfer the primary parameters R1 and X1 to the secondary, what will happen? R1 dash and X1 dash. Is it clear? Yes or no? Suppose if I want to transfer these parameters R1 and X1 to the R1 and X1 to the secondary, this becomes R1 dash and X1 dash. So same thing I will apply. Copper loss I1 square R1, I2 square R2 here. The same thing. The total copper loss is I1 square R1 plus I2 square R2. Here if I take I2 square term common, so this will become what? I1 by I2. Now I1 by I2 is how much? I1 by I2 is 1 by K. So it is K square into R1 plus R2. Is it clear? This is clear. Okay. So can I write K square into R1 as R1 dash? K square.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So from this what you can understand, suppose you want to transfer any of the primary parameters to the secondary. So you have to multiply by K square. K square into R1. R1 dash is equal to K square into R1. X1 dash is equal to K square into X1. Okay. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now you see here, now primary winding parameters are R1 and X1. Secondary parameters are R2 and X2. Now I want to transfer my secondary parameters to the primary side. Okay, what are my secondary parameters? R2 and X2. This R2 and X2 when transferred to the primary becomes R2 dash and X2 dash. What is my R2 dash when secondary parameter transferred to the primary? So what will happen? R2 dash is equal to R2 dash is equal to, so what is the formula? R2 dash is equal to
K square into
R2 by K square. When secondary is transferred to the primary, you have to divide by K square. When the primary transferred to the secondary, you have to multiply by K square.
yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
Now I am transferring R2 and X2 to the primary. This will become R2 dash and X2 dash. R2 dash is equal to R2 by K square. X2 dash is equal to X2 by K square. Is it clear? Now I want to transfer this primary parameters to the secondary. So if my primary parameters are R1 and X1, this R1 and X1 when transferred to the secondary, they become R1 dash and X1 dash. So R1 dash is equal to, what is
R1 K square.
R1 into K square. X1 dash is equal to X1 into K square.
Yes.
That you need to remember. So now when you transfer this one, this to here, you have two resistance. That equivalent resistance we can write now R2 plus R1 dash, X2 plus X1 dash. Equivalent resistance because both are connected in series. So I will write R2. The total resistance when referred to the primary is, primary resistance is already R1. So we have transfer one more resistance from the secondary to the primary. It becomes R2 dash. Therefore, my total resistance will be R1 plus R2 dash. Is it clear? Are you able to understand?
Yes ma'am.
Okay. Now, so secondary resistance. You see that now I am writing the resistance, that secondary equivalent resistance. This is a primary equivalent resistance. This is secondary equivalent resistance. So already we have the resistance R2 in the secondary side, and we have transferred the primary resistance to the secondary. So it becomes, when a primary resistance transferred to the secondary, it becomes R1 dash. So my total resistance will be R1 dash plus R2. Because both the elements are connected in series. When the resistance or inductance are connected in series, you have to add up. We have discussed this one. Yes or no? Only
Yes ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
are connected in series, you need to take the reciprocal of it. So now when you go for the reactance, total reactance, I am writing total reactance. The total reactance when referred to the primary. So already primary winding is having one reactance X1. We have transferred the secondary reactance to the primary. So it will become X2 dash. Is it clear? When the secondary parameter transferred to the primary, it will be divided by K square. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
So the total will be X1 dash plus X2. Okay, already we have a X2 parameter in the secondary winding, and I am transferring from the primary to the secondary. This will become X1 dash. Is it clear?
Yes ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
X1 dash is equal to K square into X1. Okay. What is my impedance? Total impedance is R plus JX1, and impedance Z2 is equal to R2 plus JX2. Is it clear? Z is equal to R plus J. R plus Jx. Z is equal to R plus Jx. That we have already discussed now in the second unit.
Yes,
Yeah, ma'am.
Now, are you clear? There are two parameters in the primary and two parameters in the secondary. The primary winding parameters are R1 and X1. The secondary winding parameters are R2 and
R2 and X2.
X2. When the primary winding parameters transfer to the secondary, we call these parameters as R1 dash and X1 dash. When the secondary parameters transfer to the primary, we call it as R2 dash and X2 dash. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
When the secondary parameters you transfer to the primary, you have to divide by K square. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
When the primary parameters transfer to the secondary, you have to multiply by K square. K is the transformation ratio. V2 by equal to N2 by N1 is equal to E2 by E1 is equal to I1 by I2. K is the transformation ratio. Is it clear?
Yes ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, now we will solve one problem on this. You see that this is clear. This concept is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anyway, next we will be studying about the same thing once again when we are writing the equivalent circuit. Okay, now you see that this problem, a 220 volts by 110 volts. What type of transformer it is?
Step down.
Step down transformer, 50 hertz, 0.5 kVA. What is this one? This is my rating of the transformer. VA rating of the transformer is 1.5 kVA. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Has a primary and a secondary winding resistance of 1 ohms and 2 ohms. Primary winding resistance is 1 ohm. What is my primary winding? R1. R1 is how much?
R1.
1 ohms.
1
And
ohm.
the secondary winding resistance is 2 ohms. R2 is 2 ohms. While the reactances are 3 ohms and 5 ohms. Means the primary reactance X1 is 3 ohms and the secondary reactance X2 is 5 ohms. Is it clear? Now
Yes,
I
yes,
have
ma'am.
to find out the total resistance, equivalent reactance and equivalent impedance referred to primary and secondary. Now I have to find out the total resistance and reactance when it is referred to the primary side and when it is referred to the secondary side. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So now you find out the transformation ratio. Okay, we know the value E1 and E2. So K is equal to E2 by E1. E2 is 110 ohms and E1 is 220. So you get the value of K as 0.5. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now this is R1E means I am transferring the secondary parameters to the primary. So the total resistance becomes R1 plus R2 dash. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, now R1 is given as 1 ohms and R2 is given as R2 by K square. R2 is 2 ohms, K square is 0.5. So you get the total resistance is 9 ohms. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now X1E. X1E is already the X1 parameter is present in the primary side and I am transferring the secondary parameter X2 to the primary. It becomes X dash. Is it clear? When secondary parameter is transferred to the primary, this becomes divided by K square. So X1 value is 3. X1 value is 3 given. X2 is X2 by K square. X2 value is given as 5. K value is given as 0.5. Then we get the total resistance of this. This is your total resistance in the primary side and this is the total reactance in the secondary side. I am transferring all the secondary parameters to the primary. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now I am finding out the impedance. What is impedance? R plus X. You can
Yes.
write R plus JX or you can write R square plus X square. Is it clear? So Z is
ma'am.
equal to R1E plus X1E. You get the value of Z. Similarly, you transfer all the primary parameters to the secondary. Okay. Now, what is my primary parameter? I am transferring to the secondary. That is R2 equivalent resistance. I want to find out at the secondary. Already we have a resistance called R2 in the secondary. I am transferring the primary resistance to the secondary. It becomes R1 dash plus R2. This is my total resistance in the secondary winding of the transformer. Is it clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, what is my R1 here? R1 dash becomes when primary winding parameters, when the primary parameters
R1 by K square.
R1 into K square. When the primary
Ah.
transfer to the secondary, you have to multiply by K square. When the secondary transfer to the primary, you have to divide by K square. That you need to see. That is why here I divide by K square. Here you have to multiply by K square. So R1 dash will become K square into R1. Okay. So you multiply that plus R2 value, you get this value. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Next, now I want to find out the reactance. Now already I am transferring my secondary primary parameters to secondary. Already we have a X2 parameter in the secondary. Now I am transferring the primary parameters to the secondary. So primary parameter when transferred to the secondary, it becomes X1 dash. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is x1 dash? X1 dash is
X1
k
into
square.
K square.
X1 into k square. Then you get this value. The total impedance will be R plus X. Okay, then you get this value. Okay, is it clear?
Ma'am.
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
we proceed? Can we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I am going to write the equivalent circuit of a transformer. You already know that when the secondary parameters transfer to the primary, what is going to happen, and when the primary parameters transfer to the secondary, what will happen? You know this formulas. Now, why should we study about the equivalent circuit of a transformer? So, because every time we need not write the transformer core connections, all those. Always we need to represent in terms of electrical fashion. So the equivalent circuit of a transformer means the representation of a physical transformer in terms of circuit like resistance and inductance. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
It is not possible for us to represent the transformer every time physically. We need to represent in terms of the physical electrical components, electric circuit components. So electric circuit components are resistance and inductance. The transformer is having the electrical components like resistance and inductance. That is the reason we are studying about R and X when we are studying about the equivalent circuit. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
The performance of the physical transformer and the equivalent circuit must be same. What physically we see the transformer, whatever is that performance happening in that physically should be same as the circuit. Whatever the circuit we are connecting, both should be same. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now under no load, under load we have studied. When we connect the load, I2 is equal to what will happen under load conditions. When we connect the load, current I2 starts flowing. That yesterday we have studied. Both the conditions we have studied. When the load is not connected, I2 is equal to 0. When the load is connected, I2, some current will be flow. Because of that current, the flux phi will be generated. Because of this flux, the voltage E1 is induced in the primary winding. Because of this voltage E1, there is an additional current flowing in the primary winding of the transformer. That additional current is called I1 dash. Is it clear? This
Yes, ma'am.
concept we have studied. So the I1 is equal to I0 plus I1 dash. Do you agree with this?
Yes,
This
ma'am.
I1 is the current flowing in this one. This is I0 is a no load current, and this I1 dash is because of the current I2 flowing in the secondary winding. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I0 is a no load current. It does not flow from one side to another. So I0 is a no load current. So this current will not flow from the secondary to the primary. So what is happening? Because of the principle of mutual induction, the EMF will be produced. Voltage is induced in the primary. Because of that, the flux will be produced. So we are not going to connect this branch. I am taking this as a shunt branch. Shunt means parallel. Because that I0 is a no load current, it does not flow from one side to another, so it is connected as a shunt branch. Is it clear?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
clear? So we know that what is I0? Working component plus magnetizing component. This we have studied when we are studying the transformer, ideal transformer. When connected to the load, what will happen? When not connected to the load, what will happen? Is it clear? I0 is a combination of IW and IM. IW is a loss component, working component. IM is a magnetizing component. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now no load condition. This is my equivalent circuit. This is the V1 voltage is applied. This is the no load current I0 which is flowing. This no load current is split into the two components IW plus IM. You can write IW or IC also, core component also, C or W. Okay. So this resistance is because we know that the transformer we are representing in terms of the resistance and reactance. Since it is the condition for no load, I am taking it as R0 and X0. Not is nothing but no load condition. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you see. Now I am writing the equivalent circuit. What is my equivalent circuit consist of? This is my transformer. This transformer is having the primary winding and secondary winding. Is it clear? The transformer is okay. This primary winding is having the R1 and X1 parameters. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Secondary is having the parameters R2 and X2. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
The voltage E1 is induced in the primary winding.
Yes, ma'am.
Voltage E2 is induced in
E2
the
is
secondary
induced in
winding.
the.
Secondary, okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
V1 is the voltage applied in the primary. V2 is the voltage and the secondary in the secondary. The current I1 is flowing in the primary winding. The current I2 is flowing in the secondary winding because it is connected to the load. Is it clear? And we
Yes,
already
ma'am.
have studied
Yes, ma'am.
that the no load current I will connect it as a shunt branch because no load current will not flow from one side of the transformer to the another side. Always the no load component will be connected as a shunt branch, means parallel branch. So I am connecting
Parallel
no load
branch.
current I0 as R0 and X0, IW and IM. This is connected as a shunt branch. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I want to transfer this secondary parameters to the primary side. What should I do? When this secondary parameters
Multiply
square.
with K square.
it will become R2 dash and X2 dash. Now already we have a parameters called R1 and X1 in the primary. Again, I am transferring this secondary parameters R2 and X2 to the primary. So this becomes R2 dash and X2 dash. Is it clear? My R2 dash is equal to R2 by K square and X2 dash is equal to X2 by K square. This is my no load component of the current. This I will keep it as it is because this is the shunt branch. Is it clear? Because of this shunt branch, the voltage E2 dash is induced here. Is it clear? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I am going to, this is always divided by K square because I am transferring all the secondary parameters to primary. So V2 dash is equal to V2 by K square. This is K square. ZL is equal to ZL by K square. R2 dash is equal to, whenever you take any of the secondary parameters transferred to the primary, you have to divide by K square. Is it clear? Is it
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Okay, now I am transferring primary parameters to the secondary side. Already we have the secondary parameters R2 and X2. Is it clear? Now I am
Yes,
transferring the primary parameters R1 and X1 also to the secondary side. Then it becomes R1 dash and X1 dash. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now this is my shunt branch. Same I dash, W dash and IM dash. Just to indicate I am writing dash R0 and X0. Is it clear? Now when I transfer primary parameters to the secondary, so you have to multiply by K square into K square. This is R1 dash is equal to K square into R1. X1 dash is equal to K square into X1. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
This is my total equivalent circuit. So then this equivalent you take R1 plus R2 dash, X1 plus X2 dash. So I will take this as R1E plus X1E means equivalent. Is it clear?